Hey there, Aaron. Let's start with Rob Domofsky.
Hey Aaron, was actually wondering if you could provide us with any updates on how your toe is doing. You don't have to show us again. Actually, please don't. We'll believe you.
Okay, you don't want to see it. Um, it's feeling fine. A little less pain today. I was excited to get back out there with the guys on the practice field, but still trying to wait it out and kind of see how the recovery process is taking me along. All right, next up we have Nat Schneidman. Hey, Aaron, are you ready for my quirky, little fun, non-serious question I like to use to lighten up the mood? I'm just a fun guy, you know. Let's hear it, Matt. Okay, so anyways, I'm thinking I need to get some new gibbets for my Crocs. You know, the little things that stick on them. So do you have any advice, any tips on what gibbets I should get? I don't know, Matt. I don't know if I have a little ha-ha, little hee-hee, funny little thing for you to post on your Twitter today. I don't know, man. Maybe a hot dog. I don't know. That's really your decision for your little gibbets there, Matt. All right, let's go to Mike Clemens next. Mike, I think you're muted. Oh, I'm sorry. I was busy blocking somebody on Twitter. Anyways, Aaron, I'm gonna do this thing again where I use different tones and inflections and pauses with my voice and my question where it almost sounds like I'm telling a fairy tale to a 4-year-old. Anyways, how do you think your team fares in this last stretch of games? You're at the top of the NFC North. You have a really good record. You have just short of 3,000 passing yards on the year. I can throw out more information that you could look up if you'd like. But again, how do you think your team fares with this last stretch of games? For sure, Mike. Like you said, we're 9-3 at the top of our division, and winning the NFC North is always going to be our number one goal. I don't like to look too far ahead, but yeah, like you mentioned, there's some really good football teams in the rest of the NFC this year. The Cardinals, the Rams, Buccaneers, Cowboys, they're all going to be in contention with us this year. So, we're going to have to do our best to be prepared and go down this last stretch of games. We got quite a few of them here at Lambeau, so we got to make sure we're able to play good at home and end up with that number one spot once again. Next up, we have Ryan Wood. Hi, Aaron. You seem kind of exhausted. Have you had a Gatorade or water at all today? Yeah, Ryan, I've been hydrated. Some guys on this team chose not to be hydrated after practice today, but that's their personal decision, and I respect that. But I personally have decided to be hydrated today. All right, we'll take one more. Let's go to Tom Silverstein. Hey, Aaron. I know you just came off a game where you scored 40 points on offense, but could you tell me, I just want to know about the one negative play you had on offense, that one singular play. Can you tell me about it more? Yeah, Spoon. I think I know what play you're talking about. On that one late in the third quarter, kind of had MVS right on that inside route. And I had Jonesy in the backfield as my check down, but really kind of just made a wrong read, tried to maybe force it to Tay a little bit, and ended up going in the other team's way. Thanks, guys. Coach Matt LaFleur is now ready to take questions. Hey, Matt, could you give us some thoughts on your upcoming opponent and just kind of take us through what you're doing to prepare for them this week? Yeah, no. We know it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us. You talk about one of the premier teams in the National Football League coming into town. So me and the rest of this coaching staff, we got to make sure throughout this week when we're devising the game plan, putting it all together, we got to make sure we put our players at the best possible position so they can play at a really high level for us. I think all three phases of our team have got to be sound this week. We got to make sure that all 11 players at the field know their role and know what they're asked to do so they can perform at a high level for us and we can end up on top on this game and go 1-0 this week. Hey, Matt, could you talk about the performance Davante Adams had in his last game? Davante. You ask everybody in this building that Davante Adams is the one himself who expects himself the most to be out there and have a high caliber performance every week. but he still somehow amazes us, even though we expect that high level play from him every week when he goes out there onto the football field. But somehow he still amazes me with his talent. I mean, you talk about a player of that caliber to be on our team. That's just invaluable to what he adds to our football team. I'm so glad he's on with us. So great performance from Devontae this past week, and I hope he can stack on top of it.
All right, now we throw it to Sarah with questions on Zoom. Okay, Steve McGargy. Thanks for Just wondering if you could give us a timeline maybe on where Jair Alexander and Zadarius Smith are on their recovery process.
Injured reserve. Okay, injured players. Okay, give me 1 second here. Jair and Zadarius are on the right path. We feel confident in them. We feel confident in our training staff to get them to the right place, and we feel they will be back when the time is right. We cannot wait to get those players back on our football field so they can return with some high-level play. Next question.
Next up will be Aaron Nagler. Hey, Coach. Have you ever thought of a simple idea of running the ball? Just wanted to throw it out there.
No, Aaron. I think when, look, from your guys' view, and anybody that really isn't in our weekly meetings when we're kind of devising the game plan, the offensive plan for the week, you don't really get to see what it comes down to, basically on how many times we're going to run the ball. And a lot of stuff happens in the game that you can't really predict, but it really comes down to a lot of times matchup specific, opponent specific, whatever we're going to plan coming into that week is really important to it. Certainly we have two great running backs in our backfield that I have full confidence in, that they can play at a really high level whenever they are called upon. But yeah, like I said, it really comes down to what we have in the game plan that week. Thanks, guys.